Hello everybody out there, this is Seto Kaiba from your Yu-Gi-Oh chat channel, and today I wanted to talk about deck archetypes that were overlooked due to E-Dragons being in Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. So I want to talk about that. Deck archetypes that were hyped up before, but when we found out that E-Dragons were being Tachyon and that Mechamphantom Beast Dragosack was going to be in Tachyon, all these archetypes went to the wayside, it seems like, and I just want to bring them into the light for just a short little bit and talk about each and one of them. Let's talk about the first one, Harpies. Harpies were really hyped up. If you remember when we found out back, I think it was November, December of last year, somewhere around there, we found out that Harpies were going to get support. We were going to get Harpies Chandler, stuff like that. And if you don't remember, Harpy's Pet Dragon, which had only been printed one time, like back in during the beginning of the game, went from like a $10-15 card and skyrocketed up to like $100 because there really wasn't that many in circulation. And any card that old that had only been printed since like what, like 01, 02, I think it was, that card is just shot up in value. I remember, and it just was like $100. Now it's like down to like I think 40, something like that. But still, I mean, Harpies are a good deck, and they can make level 7. They're just such a fun deck to play, and they're kind of underrated. I think they're one of the stronger decks that came out of Tachyon. They're a very strong deck. I mean, they can do a lot of different things, but I think people kind of, when people found out E-Dragons were going to be in Tachyon, they kind of pushed Harpies to the side. Some people did. Others didn't. Others knew they were going to make a Harpy deck, and they did. So that's not for everybody, but that deck, I think, just lost a lot of its hype when we found E-Dragons were going to be in Tachyon. Another deck. I remember before E-Dragons came out, people were talking about Mechamphantom Beast. Oh my gosh, Dragosack. Oh my gosh, there's so many different things they can do. This deck is going to be so fun to play. Tokens. Tokens are really going to mean something now. And when we found E-Dragons were being the box set, we kind of just said, well, yeah, this is nothing now. We're going to go for E-Dragons. And I haven't seen anybody play, besides online, Mechamphantom Beast monsters. Maybe this is due to the fact that Dragosack is a $200-something card, and your boss monster of the deck, you don't want to run a $200 card. So maybe that's one of the reasons why nobody's going to run Mechamphantom Beast. And if Dragosack gets banned, if Dragosack had been said 2 level 7, Mechamphantom Beast monsters, how many people out there wish that this card, like this video, how many people wish that it had not said, it had said 2 level 7s, but it doesn't. It doesn't, does it? So we gotta live with that. So next up, I'm going to talk about, Phantom Beasts, they're good, but, I don't think anybody in the near future is going to be making this deck. Another deck that I think is a good deck, and it's kind of underrated. I know it says Burning Knucklers, but they're known now as Battling Boxers and stuff like that. I just haven't updated my Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro website yet, but Burning Knucklers, Battling Boxers, whatever you want to call them, they got overlooked, I think, really a lot. This deck is a very good deck. I've played with it online. It's a decent deck. It can do pretty well, and it's a cool deck too, I would admit. Burning Knucklers, they're boxers, they're fighting. But I'm kind of wondering why this deck, because they're all fire monsters, why did this deck not come out in Cosmo Blazer? That was the fire set. Why did that not come out then? Why is it coming out in a wind set, which Tachyon's supposed to be a wind set? I don't understand why, but whatever. They should have came out, I think, last set, but they didn't. But the problem I don't like with them, I think the thing they're missing is they don't have no generic broken like spell cards like Heralds, Heraldics. They have the Monster Reborn type cards, stuff like that. They don't have that. If they did have that, or they get that later on, then I would think this deck is going to be a lot better, but they don't have no generic traps, traps that like you can use this card if you have a Burning Knuckler card, or you can use the spell card, like a broken spell card that's made specifically for Burning Knucklers. I wish they had that, but they don't. But maybe in the future they'll get it. But we'll have to see. But they're a pretty good deck, I think, overall. So that's the decks I want to talk about, those 3 archetypes that I think really got overlooked by E-Dragons, and we need to take a second look at them and maybe play with them to have some fun with in Yu-Gi-Oh! But tell me what you think. Do you think these decks are going to be good? What do you think? Do you think they're going to get some more support in the future? What do you think? What type of different runs do you think you could run with Phantoms? Since if you don't want to run, make a Drago Sack. But let me know, and till next time, everybody, take care, have fun dueling. Seto Kaiba, out.